This will be alarming to people right now, especially coming off the back of the Princess of Wales's revelation that she's being treated for cancer.
Back now with a new report raising the alarm about prostate cancer. More men being diagnosed with advanced cases.
There's a worrying new report out this morning from the American Cancer Society finding that colon and breast cancer cases are rising among younger adults.
You can't control when you find out that you have cancer. You don't know what can be done about it.
Did you know that 1 in 2 people will develop cancer in their lifetime? That's right. A whopping 50% of us might face this scary disease. But here's the kicker. The secret to beating cancer might have been right under our noses all along. It's not just about your genes or tough luck. The real culprit? Your body's inner world.
Is 6 of the top 10 causes for colon cancer, for cancer deaths, are increasing. And so even though the deaths haven't increased yet, it was just a warning signal that says, hey, let's take a look at this because it could translate into increased deaths.
Imagine your body as a bustling city. When everything's running smoothly, it's a healthy place to live. But toss in some pollution, poor food supply, and stressed out citizens. And suddenly, you've got a perfect setup for trouble. That's exactly what Dr. Barbara O'Neill believes is happening inside us when cancer shows up.
And we're going to go to the CBD. The CBD is the central business district of the human body, the inside workings of the cell. And we're going to be going in there.
Dr. O'Neill looks at health in a different way. Instead of just handing out pills, she digs deep to find out why you're sick in the first place. She has spent years studying cancer. But here's where it gets interesting. Her ideas aren't what you'd hear from most doctors.
I met a lady who told me she'd conquered her breast cancer by castor oil, wearing the castor oil compresses.
She doesn't just focus on killing cancer cells. Instead, she looks at the big picture, your whole body and life. Her approach, it's like being a detective. She hunts for clues in your diet, your surroundings, and even your feelings. Yep, you heard that right. She thinks what you eat, breathe, and feel can all play a part in whether cancer shows up or not. Some folks think her ideas are pretty out there, but plenty of people swear by her methods. They say she's helped them beat cancer when nothing else worked. So, what's her big discovery? Well, it's not just one thing. It's a whole new way of looking at cancer. Dr. O'Neill believes that cancer isn't just a disease that pops up out of nowhere. She thinks it's more like a warning sign, your body telling you something's not right deep down inside.
Cancer is a fungus. Now, a person can have a yeast presence in their body and not have cancer, but if it continues, it certainly can develop to that.
Dr. O'Neill believes cancer isn't just one problem, but a triple threat. That's right. She's identified 3 major culprits behind this disease.
So when Elizabeth Cott was listening to the lectures at our retreat, she discovered some things. She discovered that cancer loves. And we need to know what cancer loves so we can stop it. We also need to know what cancer hates because we want to give it, is that right? She discovered that cancer loves sugar.
First up, we've got nutritional deficiencies. Yeah, you heard that right. Dr. O'Neill thinks what's missing from your plate could be setting the stage for cancer. But wait, there's more. Environmental toxins are next on her hit list. And last but not least, emotional stress. Yep, those feelings you've been bottling up, they might be doing more harm than you think. Let's break it down, shall we? Nutritional deficiencies. It's not just about eating your veggies anymore. Dr. O'Neill believes our modern diet is like a car running on the wrong fuel. Sure, it'll go, but sooner or later, something's going to break down. She points to processed foods, sugar overload, and even our nutrient-depleted soil as key players in this nutritional nightmare. It's like we're trying to build a fortress with cardboard. It's just not going to hold up when the big bad cancer comes knocking. But here's where it gets really interesting. Dr. O'Neill isn't just talking about missing vitamins. She believes certain foods can actually feed cancer cells. Scary, right?
We're going to starve that cancer. How do you starve it? To starve it, you've got to know what it loves. It loves glucose. And so we suggested 6 weeks, no sugar, no honey, no sweet at all. What's she going to eat? There's a lot of vegetables.
Now, on to the second culprit, environmental toxins. We're talking about the stuff you can't see, but it's everywhere. In your air, your water, even that new car smell you love so much. Dr. Oneill believes these invisible enemies are like little bombs going off in our bodies, damaging our cells and paving the way for cancer to set up shop.
If you give your body the right conditions, it's been designed to heal. If it's not healing, you've got to go back and put your detective hat on and find out why isn't it healing. Am I still having exposure to toxins? Am I still having exposure to environmental poisons? Am I still having exposure to mold?
But don't panic and move to a bubble just yet. Dr. Oneill has some practical tips for reducing your toxic load. We'll get to those in a bit. Now, for the final piece of the puzzle, emotional stress. This one might surprise you. Dr. Oneill believes that what's going on in your head can have a real physical impact on your body.
Women's bras are usually made out of these chemical plastics. No wonder we've got 1 in 4 women with breast cancer today. But not only that, the underwire bras, they block the lymphatic system from cleaning from the breast tissue to the armpits. So yeah, Dress to Kill it's not just the fabric that it's made out of, it's the restriction. But on top of that, there's the hormonal imbalance. There's no wonder 1 in 4 women are suffering from this.
It's not just about feeling down in the dumps. Chronic stress, anger and fear can actually change how your body works at a cellular level. It's like your emotions are sending out an SOS and your cells are picking up the distress signal. But here's the million-dollar question. What can we do about all this? Well, Dr. Oneill's got some ideas, and they might just blow your mind. First up, let's talk food. Dr. Oneill isn't just saying eat your veggies. She's advocating for a complete dietary overhaul. We're talking organic, whole foods and saying goodbye to processed junk. But it's not just about what you eat, it's about what you don't eat too. Dr. Oneill recommends cutting out sugar, which she believes can fuel cancer growth. It's like taking away cancer's favourite snack.
And guess what is the most acid substance you can put into your body? Refined sugar. Nothing wrong with the sugar cane. All those minerals alkalize it up, but when they extract the sugar out of the sugarcane plant, it becomes a pure acid. Dr. Yudkin, he wrote a book called Pure, White and Deadly on sugar. In fact, one of the chapters in his book, he claims it should be banned. It is so dangerous. How could something so sweet be so bad? Sugar also loves a no oxygen environment. So what does cancer hate? Cancer hates it when you stop the sugar or stop all glucose. Cancer is not happy when you create an alkaline environment in the body. And cancer hates oxygen.
Now I know what you're thinking, but I love my sweets. Don't worry, Dr. Oneill's not asking you to live on kale alone. She's all about finding natural, healthy alternatives that still satisfy your sweet tooth. Moving on to those pesky environmental toxins. Dr. Oneill's not suggesting we all move to a pristine mountaintop, although that does sound nice, doesn't it? Instead, she's got some practical tips for reducing your toxic load.
And putting bleach on mold, you create one of the most toxic combinations on the planet. We need to get the chemicals out of the home. So clean with white vinegar, also sodium bicarbonate. And if you've got a particularly tough area to clean, you can put a little pile of sodium bicarbonate, pour a little bit of vinegar there, and you'll get a fizzing up, you get a nice reaction and get the scrubbing brush into that area.
First up, ditch the chemical cleaners. Dr. Oneill recommends switching to natural alternatives like vinegar and baking soda. Your house will be clean and your cells will thank you. But it's not just about your home. Dr. Oneill also advises being mindful of what you put on your skin. After all, your skin is your largest organ and it's soaking up everything you slather on it.
Breathing is to make sure that the creams you put on your skin have no chemicals in them, because we're trying to detox from chemicals. Don't want any more going in. If you find that your moisturiser has got some nasty names in it, and it's easy now, if you don't know what it is, just Google it. Have a look at the name and it'll tell you. And if you find out your moisturiser has got some nasty things in it, we've got lots of coconut oil. Coconut oil on the skin might feel a bit sticky, but within about 5 minutes you'll find it soaked through.
So maybe it's time to take a closer look at that beauty routine. Dr. Oneill suggests opting for natural, organic products whenever possible. Your skin and your cells will love you for it. Now, Let's tackle that emotional stress. Dr. Oneill isn't just telling you to relax. We all know how well that works, right? She's got some concrete strategies to help you manage stress and keep your emotions in check. Meditation is high on her list. Just a few minutes a day can help calm your mind and reduce stress levels. It's like a mini vacation for your brain. But that's not all. Dr. Oneill also recommends practices like yoga, deep breathing exercises, and even journaling. It's all about finding healthy ways to process your emotions and reduce that chronic stress. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. This all sounds great, but where's the proof? Well, Dr. Oneill's got some pretty compelling evidence to back up her claims. She points to numerous studies showing the link between diet and cancer risk. For example, did you know that a diet high in processed meats has been linked to an increased risk of colorectal cancer? That's right, your love affair with bacon might be doing more harm than you think.
So what he did was he injected 20 rats with aflatoxin. 10 of the rats he gave 20% animal protein, 10 of the rats 5% animal protein. At the end of 2 years, every rat on the 20% animal protein was dying or already dead from liver cancer.
But it's not all doom and gloom. Dr. Oneill also highlights studies showing how certain foods can actually help prevent cancer. Green tea, for instance, has been shown to have powerful anti-cancer properties. Time to swap that soda for a cup of green tea. When it comes to environmental toxins, the evidence is equally compelling. Studies have linked exposure to certain chemicals to increased cancer risk. Remember that new car smell we talked about earlier? Turns out it's not just unpleasant, it could be downright dangerous.
And that is the new car smell. I'm a fan, and sometimes I hear about things that, may be bad for me, but I continue to do those things because I like those things better than I like myself. Well, the new car smell is one of those things. Apparently, the smell involves high levels of chemicals. 2 of them are linked to cancer, according to recent tests. The chemicals are formaldehyde and acetaldehyde. Who knows? Both of them a human carcinogen and something that the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency says could cause cancer.
And let's not forget about emotional stress. Research has shown that chronic stress can suppress the immune system, making it harder for your body to fight off cancer cells. It's like stress is holding the door open for cancer to waltz right in. But here's where Dr. Oneill's approach gets really interesting. She doesn't just focus on preventing cancer. She believes these same principles can help treat existing cancer too.
So garlic, olive leaf extract, also extract. Portiaco is a South American herb. Also some essential oils. And remember, essential oils are very, very strong. So you only have a few drops at a time. So the essential oils are oregano. That's quite a potent fungal killer. Also clove is a potent one, and thyme.
That's right. Dr. Oneill advocates for a holistic approach to cancer treatment. She believes that by addressing nutritional deficiencies, reducing toxic load, and managing emotional stress, we can create an environment in the body where cancer simply can't thrive. Now, I know what you're thinking. Is she saying we should ditch conventional cancer treatments? Not at all. Dr. Oneill sees her approach as complementary to traditional treatments. It's about giving your body the best possible chance to heal, whether you're trying to prevent cancer or fighting an existing diagnosis. So what's the bottom line? Should we all rush out and adopt Dr. Oneill's methods? Well, as with any health decision, it's important to do your research and consult with healthcare professionals. Dr. Oneill's approach might not be right for everyone, but her ideas certainly give us food for thought. At the very least, her work reminds us of the importance of looking at our health holistically. It's not just about treating symptoms, it's about addressing the root causes of disease and creating an environment in our bodies where health can thrive. So, whether you're a die-hard believer in conventional medicine or you're curious about alternative approaches, Dr. Oneill's work offers a fresh perspective on cancer prevention and treatment. Who knows? Her shocking discoveries might just be the wake-up call we all need to take a closer look at our health. So, what do you think about Dr. Oneill's approach? Have you tried any of her methods? Let us know in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more eye-opening health content.